OutDaughtered quintuplets celebrate their 10th birthday, custom shirts, big emotions, and a very specific dessert request. 10 years. For most families, a 10th birthday is a meaningful milestone, but for the Busby family, it feels almost unreal. A decade ago, America watched in awe as Adam and Danielle Busby welcomed the first all-girl quintuplets born in the United States to survive infancy. Now, those tiny babies who once fit into the palms of their parents' hands are officially double digits, and their 10th birthday celebration was nothing short of emotional, joyful, chaotic, and incredibly on-brand for the family fans have come to love through OutDaughtered. The Busby quintuplets Ava Lane, Olivia Marie, Hazel Grace, Riley Page, and Parker Kate have grown up in front of millions of viewers. From sleepless nights and diaper disasters to school milestones and big personality moments, fans have witnessed every phase of their lives. So when the Quints reached such a major birthday, it wasn't just a celebration for the family. It felt like a celebration for everyone who has followed their journey from the beginning. This birthday wasn't about over-the-top extravagance or celebrity-style parties. Instead, it reflected exactly who the girls are now: unique, expressive, opinionated, and very aware of what they like and what they don't. From their custom-designed birthday shirts to a dessert request that left no room for interpretation, the Quints made it clear that turning 10 meant having a voice and using it confidently. What made this milestone even more special was how deeply emotional it was for Adam and Danielle. As parents, they've spent the last decade juggling responsibility, love, exhaustion, fear, laughter, and pride in ways most families can't fully imagine. Watching their daughters step into a new phase of life was both exciting and bittersweet. The day started with a sense of disbelief. 10 years had gone by in what felt like the blink of an eye. Danielle has often spoken about how fast time moves when you're raising children, but with 5 kids the same age, the passage of time feels especially intense. Each birthday doesn't just mark another year, it reminds the family how far they've come from those early NICU days filled with uncertainty and prayers. The Quints were quick to remind everyone that this wasn't just any birthday. This was the big one. Turning 10 meant no longer being seen as little kids, and they carried that energy proudly. Their excitement wasn't loud or chaotic, it was confident. They knew this day was about them, and they wanted it done their way. One of the first things that stood out was their custom birthday shirts. These weren't generic matching outfits picked out by their parents. Each shirt reflected personality, individuality, and the subtle differences that fans have grown to recognize over the years. While the shirts were coordinated to mark the shared milestone, they still allowed each girl to shine in her own way. The shirts symbolized something bigger than fashion. They represented how the Quints have grown into individuals while remaining deeply connected as sisters. 10 years ago, they were often grouped together out of necessity. Now they're choosing how they want to be seen. That sense of individuality was especially clear when it came time to talk about dessert. If anyone thought a simple cake would do, the Quints quickly shut that idea down. Their dessert request was very specific and non-negotiable. They knew exactly what they wanted, how it should look, and how it should taste. There was no surprise us attitude here. This was a group of girls who had reached an age where preferences mattered, and they weren't shy about expressing them. Danielle has always been open about how strong-willed the girls can be, and this moment perfectly captured that reality. Planning a dessert that satisfied 5 different personalities while still keeping the peace was no small task. But instead of frustration, the request brought laughter and reflection. This wasn't about being demanding. It was about growing up. When kids reach double digits, something shifts. They're no longer just reacting to the world around them, they're shaping it. The Quints' dessert request was a small but meaningful example of how they're learning to communicate their wants clearly and confidently. For Adam, the birthday was a powerful reminder of how much has changed. He's often reflected on how fatherhood transformed him, especially after becoming a dad to 6 daughters. Watching the Quints turn 10 brought back memories of the fear he felt during their early days, when every breath felt like a victory. There were moments throughout the celebration that felt emotional, even if they weren't openly discussed. Looking at old photos, remembering how tiny they were, and comparing those images to the confident girls standing in front of him now made the passage of time impossible to ignore. Danielle, too, felt the weight of the moment. She's been the emotional anchor of the family through countless challenges, health struggles, parenting stress, and the constant pressure of raising kids in the public eye. Seeing her daughters reach this milestone was a mix of pride and nostalgia. She's spoken before about how motherhood forced her to become stronger than she ever imagined. The Quints' 10th birthday felt like a quiet confirmation that all those hard days were worth it. Of course, no Busby celebration would be complete without a bit of chaos. Even as the girls showed maturity, they were still kids at heart. Laughter, teasing, and sibling dynamics filled the day, reminding everyone that growing up doesn't mean losing your sense of fun. What made this birthday especially meaningful was how aware the Quints were of their own story. They know they're special not because they're on television, but because of what they overcame simply by being born. At 10 years old, they're starting to understand the significance of their journey. That awareness brings a new layer to their celebrations. It's no longer just about balloons and presents. It's about reflection, gratitude, and realizing how many people have supported them along the way. Fans of OutDaughtered felt that connection strongly. Social media was filled with messages of love, memories from early seasons, and emotional reactions to seeing the Quints all grown up. For many viewers, the girls feel like extended family. That connection didn't happen by accident. Adam and Danielle have always tried to show the real side of parenting: messy, imperfect, and emotional. They didn't pretend to have all the answers, and that honesty resonated with audiences. The 10th birthday celebration reflected that same authenticity. It wasn't about perfection. It was about presence. The custom shirts, the very specific dessert, and the quiet moments of reflection all came together to create a celebration that felt deeply personal. It was a reminder that milestones don't have to be flashy to be meaningful. As the Quints step into their second decade of life, new challenges and opportunities lie ahead. School pressures, friendships, self-discovery, and growing independence will all play a role in shaping who they become. But if this birthday proved anything, it's that they're ready. They're confident, expressive, and supported by parents who are deeply invested in their growth, not just as a group but as individuals. For Adam and Danielle, the journey is far from over. Parenting doesn't get easier as kids get older, it just changes. But seeing their daughters thrive brings a sense of reassurance that they're doing something right. The 10th birthday wasn't just a celebration of age. It was a celebration of survival, growth, resilience, and love. 10 years ago, the Busby Quints entered the world under extraordinary circumstances. Today, they're entering a new chapter with confidence and clarity. Their custom shirts and specific dessert request may seem like small details, but they symbolize something much bigger: the beginning of a decade where their voices matter more than ever. Even after the party ended and the last slice of dessert was eaten, the excitement lingered. Birthdays for Quintuplets aren't just a single-day event, they're weeks of anticipation, preparation, and reflection. Danielle and Adam made sure the celebration extended beyond just the official date, allowing the girls to feel special in a way that a single day could never fully capture. Each day leading up to the birthday had little surprises, small celebrations, and quiet moments that made the girls feel appreciated for exactly who they are. One of the most remarkable things about raising quintuplets, as the Busbys have often shared, is learning how to balance group dynamics with individuality. For their 10th birthday, this balancing act was especially evident. While the Quints all share the same birthday, their personalities couldn't be more different. Ava, the eldest by mere minutes, has always had a spark of confidence and leadership. Olivia, calm yet sharp-witted, loves thoughtful, creative projects. Hazel, full of energy and curiosity, seems to bounce from one idea to the next with an unstoppable enthusiasm. Parker, thoughtful and artistic, often surprises the family with her insight and imagination. Riley, the youngest, has a bold, adventurous streak that keeps everyone on their toes. Each personality played a role in how the birthday celebration unfolded, and Danielle and Adam were there every step of the way, carefully navigating the needs and wants of all 5 girls. The birthday shirts, which had become one of the most talked about parts of the celebration, symbolized this individuality perfectly. Each shirt was designed not just for visual appeal but to reflect each girl's tastes. The colors, patterns, and graphics were chosen with input from the girls, ensuring that no two shirts felt alike. Yet, when they stood together, the shirts formed a cohesive theme that celebrated their shared journey. It was a small, thoughtful reminder that unity and individuality can coexist beautifully, something the Busby girls have learned over the years. One of the highlights of the day was the very specific dessert, a moment that fans on social media couldn't stop talking about. Rather than a traditional cake, the Quints opted for something unique, each selecting flavors and decorations that matched their personalities. Ava chose something classic yet refined. Olivia went for a sophisticated flavor with intricate design. Hazel picked bright and bold colors with fun textures. Parker opted for artistic presentation that looked like a mini masterpiece, and Riley went all in with playful, adventurous combinations. Watching them share the dessert while delighting in each other's choices captured the essence of what makes birthdays with the Busby girls so special, a perfect mix of fun, individuality, and family connection. Beyond the food and clothing, the celebration was about creating memories. The family spent time reminiscing about past birthdays, funny moments from earlier years, and challenges they had overcome together. Danielle often reflects on how the early years with Quintuplets were a whirlwind of constant care, attention, and sometimes chaos. Now, seeing the girls navigate their 10th year with personality, independence, and joy is a profound reward. Adam, too, finds himself marveling at the resilience, creativity, and humor of his daughters, qualities that have grown with each passing year. In the midst of the birthday festivities, it became clear that turning 10 is more than just reaching a numerical milestone. For the Busby Quints, it marked a threshold into a more complex stage of childhood. They are old enough to have clear opinions and preferences, yet still young enough to embrace family traditions and shared fun. It is a delicate balance between independence and connection, a balance that the Busbys have carefully nurtured over the years. Social media played a part in the celebration as well, though in a more subtle way this time. Danielle and Adam have shared glimpses of the birthday with fans, showing snippets of the shirts, the dessert, and the laughter that filled the house. Viewers who have followed the Busbys for years got a sense of watching the girls grow in real time, from babies in matching outfits to 10-year-olds with distinct voices and passions. Fans responded with overwhelming love, expressing awe at how quickly time has passed and admiration for the family's commitment to raising such happy, confident children. Another important aspect of the birthday was the involvement of family beyond just the immediate household. Blake, the eldest sister, was especially engaged, helping guide her younger sisters through the day's activities and sharing in the excitement of planning. Extended family members, grandparents, and close friends also contributed in meaningful ways, whether it was through thoughtful gifts, messages of love, or simply being present to witness this milestone. Birthdays for Quintuplets are inevitably larger, more chaotic events, but they are also filled with warmth, laughter, and connection. Throughout the day, it became apparent that birthdays for the Busby girls are about far more than presents and parties. They are opportunities to celebrate growth, resilience, and the unique bonds that tie this family together. Adam and Danielle have long emphasized the importance of teaching their children gratitude and empathy, and the birthday activities reflected that. From helping younger siblings with dessert decisions to expressing excitement for each other's gifts, the girls demonstrated that celebrating together doesn't mean losing individuality, it means appreciating it. As the celebration wound down, there was a quiet, reflective energy in the house. The excitement of the day gave way to calm, cozy moments as the girls recounted their favorite parts of the celebration. They talked about the shirts, the dessert, the games, and the laughs shared with family. For Danielle and Adam, these conversations are precious. They are reminders of the fleeting nature of childhood and the importance of cherishing every single moment. Turning 10 is a pivotal age, not just for the Busby Quintuplets, but for any child. It represents the transition from early childhood into a period where personality, interests, and individuality truly start to shine. For Ava, Olivia, Hazel, Parker, and Riley, this birthday was more than just a party, it was an affirmation of who they are becoming, both as individuals and as a family unit. Looking back, the Busbys can see the journey of the last 10 years with gratitude and awe. From sleepless nights to first steps, from toddler milestones to early school experiences, every moment has contributed to the dynamic, loving family they have today. And while the future will undoubtedly bring new challenges and surprises, it will also bring countless more birthdays, celebrations, and milestones to share together. For fans of OutDaughtered, the Busby Quint's 10th birthday was a heartwarming reminder of why they have followed this family's journey for so long. It is a story of love, perseverance, individuality, and unity. It's a story that resonates because it is real, chaotic at times, joyful at others, and full of the moments that make family life so meaningful. In the end, the celebration of 10 years of life for the Busby Quintuplets was a perfect blend of fun, personal expression, and family love. From custom shirts to a very specific dessert, from laughter-filled conversations to quiet, reflective moments, every element contributed to a day that will be remembered not just as a birthday, but as a testament to growth, connection, and the special bond that exists between these 5 remarkable girls and their devoted parents. As the Quints prepare to embark on their next decade, one thing is clear: Ava, Olivia, Hazel, Parker, and Riley are growing into confident, spirited, and caring individuals who know the value of family, love, and celebration. 10 years down, and countless adventures ahead, the Busbys have once again proven that the journey of raising quintuplets is as extraordinary as the children themselves.